the south of the Netherlands, a small, pleasant town near Eindhoven, named Valkenswaard. Just a normal town, but hiding a pearl. The Dutch Museum of Lithography. The Dutch Museum of Lithography, founded in 2001, has a wonderful collection of printing machines, tools, materials and attributes, prints and books of the 19th and 20th century, all referring to lithography, printing from stone. In 1798, it was Alois Sennefelder who actually discovered by chance that after some chemical operations, beautiful prints could be made from a wax crayon drawing on calcareous natural limestone. The principle, the repelling of oil and water, was simple, but the technical execution was very complicated. So complicated that this printing quickly developed into a specialized profession, and later even into an industrial process. The lithographic printer created prints from a drawing made on stone by an artist. Printing and drawing processes became separate disciplines. Many artists found steady jobs in lithographic printing houses, where books, reproductions, cards, labels, etc. were made. Artists had their work reproduced or made drawings themselves on stone. The lithographic quality of the prints was extremely high. All this can still be admired in the Dutch Museum of Lithography in Valkenswaard, the Netherlands. But more is going on in this unique museum. Here the famous Dutch artist Poen de Wijs meets the eminent printer Ernst Hanke from Switzerland. They are working together, creating a lithograph on a printing press of the museum collection. For 3 days, they are giving a demonstration of their skills, forwarding their experience in an open setting. But before the process of printing can start, the artist Poen de Wijs had to make a drawing on a stone. In the peace and quiet of his own studio, he worked for many, many hours realizing an image named Carnival of the Animals. A limestone has first to be sanded and grained before a drawing can be made with a waxy crayon. The soft, waxy pencils or crayons are terribly stubborn. Sharpening to a nice point is indeed achieved with the help of a razor, but it has to be sharpened again after only a few lines have been drawn. While drawing, attention should also be paid to avoiding greasy fingerprints coming onto the stone. To protect the stone before transportation to the museum, it has to be prepared. Talcum powder and Arabic gum dissolved in water are applied to the stone. In the museum, this preparation will be repeated with the addition of some nitric acid. This is called the etching of the stone. It comes down to the wax-water repulsion that has to be maximized before it is possible to print from the drawing. In addition, small variations in the chemical treatment, depending on the kind of drawing, are of great importance. Ernst Hanke works as lithographic master printer for artists from all over the world, who work more or less in a realistic manner. There are artists who both draw and print themselves. However, the work of the stone printer being so complicated, the artist usually draws on the stone and leaves the printing to the specialized printer. A close cooperation is of the utmost importance. Poen de Wijs and Ernst Hanke have worked together for over 25 years. Poen de Wijs made the drawing he wanted, and he is present when the print is made, decides on the colors and the sequence of the printing sessions. In between printing sessions, he makes the necessary alterations on the stone. Ernst Hanke and his assistants operate the press, take care of the chemical process, and oversee the print run, the number of copies pressed from a stone. The proofs are reviewed. As both artist and printer agree, the first session is printed. Three print runs of the same image in different tones of grey are needed to get a saturated print of the image. First, the stone should be wetted and then rolled with coloured ink. Then a sheet of paper is laid in the right place at the stone, and stone and paper are run together through the press. Fortunately, the great quick press of the museum accomplishes all these processes itself. That is to say, the minimum of 3 people is needed to operate the machine. But one print run, of in this case 150 copies, is therefore finished in half an hour. Using the airbrush, a quick alteration on the stone is made. Again, a chemical treatment is necessary. And again, the proofs have to be reviewed. Between each print run, the stone must be changed. Each new colour has a different place on the stone. This means that first the stone should be treated chemically, after which Poen has to draw areas for the indicated colour in the right place. Thanks to the use of registration marks crosses, this is no problem. Instead of drawing on stone, the airbrush can be used very well. With pieces of lead to weigh them down, the template remains perfectly in place. The airbrush, filled with greasy ink, makes a quick alteration possible. To be able to print in colour, another chemical treatment is needed. In this way, the different colours, red, yellow, and blue, are printed, one after another. In between, a small correction is made with a brush and strong nitric gum.
Volgens mij is hij perfect. Oh, maar hier bijvoorbeeld zie je dat er net een heel klein dingetje zit. Zo, goed. Dat komt blauw.
A last tone is made on the stone to cover the image with a transparent shade, suggesting the shade white. One week drawing on the stone and 3 days printing in 7 print runs were necessary to create the lithograph Carnival of the Animals in an edition of 150 copies.
Goedenavond, hartelijk welkom bij de opening van de expositie Poen de Wijs in steendruk in ons Nederlands Stedelijk Museum.
Ja, ik zal nu niet te lang ophouden hoor, want er zijn zoveel mooie woorden gezegd, ik word er zo verlegen van.
Of course, an opening show belongs to the creation of this unique lithograph, Carnival of the Animals, celebrating the two masters, Poen de Wijs and Ernst Hanke. The Dutch Museum of Lithography has a complete collection of the graphic works made by Poen de Wijs in cooperation with Ernst Hanke.